Hello everyone, how are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this. Welcome to my channel. My name is Meme, also known as MemsNaij on my space here on YouTube. And today's video is something I'm going to call PT, just means Parent Teacher Series. For some of you know that I'm a teacher and I'm a parent. I have a 6-year-old son and I've been a teacher for about 8 years now, or even longer if you want to count when I used to volunteer in my mom's school. So yeah, but professionally I've been a teacher for 8 years. It's an idea that I've had for a really long time, and I had been procrastinating doing this parent series for the longest time. I don't even know why, but after my video last week, I just thought to myself, you know what? I think I'm gonna start this. In this parent teacher series, all I'll be doing is sharing lessons I've learned as a parent and as a teacher. Now, I like to remind myself that I'm a parent first, because I find that a lot of times I spend so much energy, so much passion and everything in my classroom. I'm so excited about the children in my classroom, and then by the time I get home, I'm too exhausted to be there for my own child. So I feel so guilty a lot of times. So I try to remind myself, look, you are a parent first, you know, so your responsibilities to your child first, you know, and give as much as you give to those children in your class as to your child. If you're a teacher and you're a parent like me, that's one thing that has been working for me, just reminding myself that I have a responsibility to my child, and as much as I give to the children, I have to give to my child after work and on a weekday and on a weekend. You know, for instance, there was this time I was doing this science experiment with the children in my class and I was so excited about it, and I said to myself, how about I practice it at home with my child? And he's much older, so he can even do a lot more than, you know, the children in my class would do. So I did it with him, and it's something that he learned. So I practice my experiments, and whatever plans I have, I practice them at home. I try to practice them at home with my child first before I take it to school. Okay, so the main thing I'm going to be talking about in this video is vision. I don't know if I should call it vision or technique, method, I don't know what to call it, but let's just say vision. I'm going to talk about vision as a parent and as a teacher. Now, it's funny to me that we start thinking about, like, you know, what our vision or our thoughts or our vision for our child is after we've had the child. You know, you start thinking about, okay, what do I want this, how do I want this child to be? What are our parenting techniques? What are our parenting styles? What things are we going to do as a couple to help us raise our child? You know, what is our vision for our child? You know, it's funny how it's when the children are born that we start thinking about these things. So for instance, when you start seeing some character traits in your child, you're like, what's going on? And then you now start saying, okay, this is what we need to do so that we can fix it. But I've realized that it should start way before when the child is born. You know, when you're pregnant, in fact, even before you think about having children, you have to start thinking about things like, what were the things that our parents did that we don't want to repeat? You know, what are the things that our parents did right that we want to see in our own children? You know, what kind of children do we want our children to be? What kind of members of the society do we want our children to be? You know, and it's so funny to me that I don't even think I thought about that when I had my child. It was going through the motions, and as each day passed and I would see my child, the things that I'm like, whoa, what is this? And then we discuss it and say, okay, how can we deal with this situation? But the things I wanted to see in my child were, I wanted him to be bright. Obviously, I wanted him to be as passionate as I am. You know, the things about me that I love, I want him to have. And the things about my husband that I love, I want him to have. So there are things that he would take naturally, but there are other things that we need to instill. For instance, being a kind person. You know, we have to be kind for him to see kindness, and it's a way of life in his family, and so he becomes kind. You know, we have to remind him when he says something unkind to be kind. You know, so yeah, we want him to be kind, we want him to be honest, so we have to be honest. We want him to be bold. Oh my gosh, I do not want him to be timid. I was a very timid child and I definitely do not want to see that. So, lots of positive affirmation. I tell him, you can do it. I want him to be brave. Just keep trying. And our word is persevere. These are a few things that we wanted to see in our child, and we start to think, okay, as parents, we have to live it first, because you can't give what you don't have. That's something that we have learned and something that we try to do with our child. So vision is very important. What do you want to see in your child? What kind of person do you want your child to be? How do you plan to raise your child? What are your methods, techniques? What are your values as a family that you want to instill in your child? And when you identify those things, you have to start living it, and then you can start to teach it. You can start to talk about it. Let it be your lifestyle as a family, and it's just so amazing to see them grow into the person that you've dreamed of. I hope that my parents see me today and are proud of all the values that they instilled in me and my brothers. We're still walking in, even though everybody around us was going haywire, we stayed true to what they taught us, to be kind, to be honest, to be hardworking. These are some of the things that they instilled in us when we were growing up, and the same thing we're passing on to our children. So I realized that this is something that should be important as a parent when you're bringing a child into this world. Talk about it with your spouse, and you guys know what you're doing, so that together you can raise a beautiful and amazing individual. So that's vision as a parent. Now, vision as a teacher is a whole nother level. When I was thinking about this, I'm like, wow, it's funny how I didn't realize that this was important to me until I started to think about it. But every school I've worked in, there's been one thing that has just stood out for me, that has made me want to work there. And if you're a teacher and you're looking for a job, think about what the vision is, the vision of the school. I think that would help because the truth is, there are so many, teachers, there's so many issues, from management to that. But when you are in your vision, when you are walking in your vision, all the other things are secondary, and you just work to fix what you can fix, because you're focused on your vision. And that's why I've loved every job I've worked in, because I've worked in the job that aligns with my vision. The truth is, every job I've worked in, I would work there again. Obviously in a different capacity, but I would definitely work there again, because I believe in the vision that they have. I stand by it and I love it. I did one video saying losing steam and everything, and the truth is, I feel like that video really helped me, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Louise. Thank you so much. I don't know if you would mind me mentioning you in this video, but honestly, that time I did this video and I was in such a weird place, and just your words of encouragement, it just helped me go back inside and just, try and fix it. And in this series, I'm going to be telling you all the things I've done to come to where I am now, but I'm in such a positive space that I used to focus on. I don't focus on them anymore, and I'm just so thankful for where I am. So everyone who left a positive message, everyone who encouraged me in one way or the other from that video, I just want to say a huge thank you. I'm so thankful to be surrounded by great teachers who want to lift each other, and that's why I decided to start this series. Let's help each other, let's share our journey, let's uplift each other. I'm learning, and everything I'm learning, I just want to share it on this space. If I can help someone, what better way to be an inspiration? What better way to be a blessing? So yeah, so vision is very, very important, people. So important. If you're starting a school, if you're going to work in a school, and if you're going to be a parent. So parents, teachers, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it's helped someone. I'm so happy and excited today. I don't know why. I've been bubbly all day at work. I'm sure my colleagues are just tired of me, but I think it's a weekday. I don't usually record videos on a weekday, but for some reason I'm just like, no, I have to let this out there. And I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that you watch it and you share it with a friend, share it with a teacher friend. I'll be sharing this on some education groups and sites as well, just so that the word can go out there, guys, because vision is very, very important. Alright, until my next video, you know the drill. Spread love, spread positivity.